Let people have fun. Hello, masked, femme, and androgynous fishes. It's me, Orca, and welcome to the Depths of the Arcade. And I want to say this: how about we don't encourage a community where people are harsh on themselves and others? Since there's like a difference between giving advice and saying how someone can improve their character and such. No, only if they want to improve their craft. Then there is bullying a random person who just wants to have fun with their writing and such. Like, I am very open to having feedback on my own works, like videos, writing, and art. That's most of the time I do want to improve on that kind of aspect. Just like, I just don't appreciate it if someone were to, like, be hateful about it. But moving on, it's always been a thing I notice online a lot. So it's a thing I notice online a lot, and it's always been a problem. I say that we just simply can't let people have fun doing their stuff, especially when it comes to fandom. Like, people just can't have fun doing stuff without someone crapping on their fun. Like, who cares? Like, who cares if someone does a silly crossover with their characters, or someone draws ship art of themselves with fictional characters? Like, I recall being on DeviantArt and seeing mostly bad drawings, yet the children were just having fun with their crossovers and fan art. Yet then here comes an adult with their mostly child fanbase story telling the kids such thing as like hateful comments, telling them that their art is bad. Instead of being encouraging, they mostly just criticize people. And I think if we criticize people too much, it can make like someone feel discouraged or feel like they can't do certain things without feeling like someone is watching over them constantly. Yet is a thing that people do and I just wish it would stop since it's always been an issue with people and online. I know I can't make people suddenly stop being mean since, like I said, it's always been an issue with people and online since in life there's always going to be people who are going to be mean and people who are just going to use the internet as a tool to be cruel and mean. I just hate how many people decide to pick on people who might be hobbyists or children just having fun. Like, I recall someone using someone else's OC in a thumbnail and saying that, quote unquote, your OC sucks. Like, this person did give credit, but it rubbed me the wrong way since if they want to make a point, couldn't they use, like, their own OCs as examples of what they wanted to say? Please note, do not look them up since I don't want people to be harassed. But back to my original point, I recall I used to write stories since I wanted to tell my story because I didn't know how to animate. And to be honest, I still don't. I just wanted to tell my story since I wanted it to just be for fun. And I am glad I wrote it actually, since it did help me get better at stuff like role playing, world building, and writing my characters. If I didn't, I don't think I would have a toy house or let alone have my words describe my stuff. If I didn't, I don't think I would have a toy house and let my words describe my stuff. I also feel like I wouldn't have tried YouTube if it wasn't for my story and writing stuff. So I'm glad I wrote that for the sake of having a YouTube channel. And I do actually like writing and such. But I feel like if people constantly kept picking on my writing and calling it cringy or stupid, I think I would have given up. Then it would have been a real shame since I wouldn't have realized how much I love to storytell. That's why I hate it when we just can't let people have fun, you know? As long as it's not hurting anyone. Like, even if it's a skill they don't develop even more, who cares? Since if it's not harmful to anyone, then why should we pick on them? I mean, I think it takes more effort to be a creative person than it is to, like, nitpick stuff apart. I would know since, geez, I would have, like, issues with other people's, like, videos and such, but man, it is hard to script, write, publish a video. Like, it would be easier for you to say, oh, berry suits are bad, and this is how, and here's my advice on how to not make berry suits, but then, like, some advice I remember, like, recall, like, saying, like, it might be easier for me to say stuff like, berry suits are bad, and this is how I would do it then. It would be harder to do stuff like make a original character. Like, here's the stuff I remember hearing when, like, I look up advice on how to write characters. No, actually, your character should stand out, but not too much. They must make sense. Actually, you should make them iconic and make them have an impact on the story, which can be sound advice, but it just sounds like noise to me and it sounds like a mess. It is one thing to look for said advice, but it's another to give advice when they don't want it or they don't need it. Specifically, if they don't want it. In short, I guess give your advice to people who are looking for it, but don't randomly bully people. That could discourage people from doing stuff they might actually enjoy doing. I know I used to watch a lot of those how to not make a Mary Sue videos and became very scared to do stuff to my became very scared to do stuff I wanted, like to the point I am scared to make ship art between my OC Iora and Knuckles, since I feel like if I drew him with Knuckles, I would feel like people might call my character a Mary Sue unless he somehow perfectly fit into the Sonic series, which would be hard because that series is a cluster heck of a lot of things. But he would also have to like stand out on his own and given his own abilities. So yeah, I think that's like a real shame since now I feel like I could rarely have fun with my own artwork since I feel like I could rarely have fun with my own artwork, and I don't want people to be scared to do what they want. I mean, you can only learn if you make mistakes. Thank you. Thanks for deciding to listen to me, and I hope you do visit the depths of the arcade again. Before you leave, how about you share, like, and comment on this video? Do you disagree with my topic or viewpoint, or do you have, like, other things you want to add on? And it would mean so much to me if you did comment on my video, because I love to interact with my fan base and such. And also, why not check out my toy house or my other social medias? All of them will be linked down below. You could see my artworks on my social medias. Heck, you might be seeing a future artwork that might have like a speed paint dedicated to it or something like that. Well, I hope you have a good night, day, or evening. I will see you soon. Goodbye.